Welcome to the name game. Workout number 155 is Dirty Hands. For total time, start with 3 rounds of 5 wall walks, 10 hang snatch, 75-55, 15 box jump overs, 24/20. Rest exactly 2 minutes and then begin 3 rounds of a 50-foot handstand walk, which is broken into 2 lengths of 25 feet, 10 hang power cleans, 115/85, and 15 burpee box jump overs, 24/20 inches.
If we could cut at least some of the laughing, that would be great.
So I knew the second part was gonna be where like the work really came in. For me, like the wall walks and the hang snatches, like that was those were, I don't want to say easy, but easier. I knew that like I could push through those 3 rounds, stay just consistent and like unbroken, obviously, on the hang snatches and the wall walks, and then just kind of catch my breath on the box jump overs, like not really push it. The second part, however, was a big like, hey, we're here. For me, like my shoulders fatigue very quickly. So I knew that the handstand walks were gonna be like they were gonna be a little challenging as I got going. So for me, I was like, okay, I'll just pace the burpee box jump overs, catch my breath, kind of save my body a little bit, and then be able to kick right back up. In my head, I didn't want to take more than like a 10-second break in between like the 25-foot intervals. I wanted to like really be able to do them unbroken. And then the hang cleans were just kind of like, hang on, it's only 10 at a lighter weight. And like I said, I just paced the burpee box jump overs. It didn't say like to face them, so I strategically like angled myself. I did do the step up, step down method. For me, that is a big, like, just saver in general. Like, it slows my heart rate down, but it keeps me going and all that kind of stuff. So I'm able to, like, recover when it comes to that.
And we're off. Dirty Hands. We got Courtney doing this with somebody else at the gym. Not sure who that is. But, Chris, tell us about Courtney since she's your athlete.
Well, that gentleman's name's Alex, so
Alex.
Just wanted to shout him out. So Courtney works at the gym. She's the general manager there. She's been my athlete for a while. She took a hiatus in there in the middle for a little bit, and now we do some programming, like hybrid programming between class at the gym as well as individual skills and drills and conditioning pieces to advance her as an athlete. And so she was the perfect person to kind of take this workout on.
Yeah. She moves well, and she's a master's athlete. I'm not sure which age group she's in.
35. She's,
35,
I think
she's a mini
35.
masters.
Yeah, 35 or 36.
Nice. Yeah. So, looks like Alex is jumping down his box jump overs. Courtney's stepping hers down. Yeah, you do get a pretty substantial rest. Like normally in CrossFit, if we see a workout like this, it's like a 1 minute rest. So 2's like double that.
Yeah, they're big on if they're
1
gonna
minute
do
rest.
like an interval style open or quarterfinals workout. It's literally like a minute, which is next to nothing.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the idea of making it 2 fast pieces as well, because if you're moving quickly in some of the workouts they've given you the 1 minute rest in, it's literally like you barely factor it in because
it's your pacing strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So volume in the first one, 15 wall walks, 30 hang snatches, and 45 box jump overs.
The premise for me was like I wanted to have the lower skill movements in the beginning. I mean, not that the hang snatch is lower skill, but the combination of the wall walk and the hang snatch, I wanted to really fatigue the shoulders. And then usually if you're going to have an upper body press, it combines well with a hinging movement and a jumping movement. So like good movement combo there, but I wanted to have like you already see her shaking out her shoulders there, so I wanted to get that shoulder fatigue and then force you to have to do the higher skill movement of a handstand walk in the second portion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 15 wall walks is no joke for time under tension.
For sure.
It's just like a good bit of time upside down, especially if you're not flying through those reps. Like, if you're someone who's, you can do the handstand walk, but you're not the most proficient, but then it's like you can move through the wall walks, but they're kind of get slow as you get tired. It's like you're going to really pay for it in the second half, which is a good separation value from like athletes who are highly proficient, who are going to move really well through the first part, and then also just not be slowed down by that fatigue in the second part.
Exactly. And then it's the combo of, I mean, I know the snatch weight's light, but it's not like your shoulders get a break coming off of the wall. Especially if you're bouncing the bar like she is, you have to kind of like punch that lock out. Over time, you could feel some fatigue there.
Mm-hmm. The worst part of the walk is coming back down after you're up there. Like, oh, I gotta go. Like, just like the lowering portion. I just want to like roll out of it after I get to the top.
Yeah, seriously.
On that last one, I'm like, I gotta lay down and then get back up again. It's like doing a Turkish get up. I gotta lay on my back to stand back up. This is stupid. Can't just be done at the top? But it made me so happy that they let people in the wall walks and quarters. There's no standard around the wall walk to get into it or out of it.
What do you mean?
So you could like cartwheel into it, and then you could like roll out of it. Whereas like sometimes they say you have to wall walk up, place your hands, then wall walk back down.
You mean the wall?
The wall facing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that just because it made me look smart because I let people practice at different times.
Smart you are.
I like when they make me look smart. There's other times that they don't make me look smart.
Yeah. Speaking of smart, just in case anyone else is wondering, Day's also on this call. We have to be very strategic, though, because there could be, like, fighter jets going over her head while she tries to give feedback. So I just wanted everyone to be updated on that.
I was going to say, let her get some words in here.
I'll mute myself. I'll unmute it now.
I'll see myself out. You guys got to do some hand gestures or something. I don't know. Sign language.
Yeah.
They moved pretty quick, I thought.
What was that first one?
I was honestly looking at Day.
For something.
Right? It was somewhere in that range.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see it, too, because, like, you said his name was Alex?
Yeah.
The way he moved throughout, he moved like at a steady pace. They finished at a very similar time. He moved at a steady pace, where Courtney would like speed through the snatches, and she'd speed through the wall walks, take a break to the chalk bucket, speed through the snatches, walk slowly to the box, but like finish around the same time. So it's kind of just different strategy.
Yeah, like her cycle time on all the movements were faster than Alex, but her length of time spent between the movements was much longer than his, and then all of a sudden they're ending at almost exactly the same time.
Right.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer moving the movements fast and then keeping the rest short.
Good answer.
Yeah, I was wondering if you would pick up on that. Combination of both? Can we do both?
Yeah, I feel like it depends on the workout.
Preference?
I was going to say, for me, it depends on the workout. Like, if it was, I'm trying to think of movements that, like rowing obviously would be an easy one, where it's like, if you can row at 1,400 calories an hour in a workout and get done at the same time as somebody who rows 1,550, like, total, like, round time is the same, then it's like, you're better off rowing slower because you'll probably be fresher for the other stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like double unders, I go through those suckers as fast as I possibly can, so that because they're actually easier when you go faster. And I feel like there's a sweet spot in some movements, like handstand walking, where it's like smooth as fast, where it's like you obviously want to, and same for like wall walk in my opinion, where it's like you don't want a lot of time under tension, but also if you're frantic with your movement, it's obviously going to skyrocket your heart rate. So there's sort of a sweet spot of like I'm moving as as fast and sustainably as I can without like overdoing it.
Right.
I don't know. Day or Chris, you disagree with me on any of those?
No, I think that's
Points?
sound. I mean, I generally, and I'll let Day go after me, I generally like to stay as smooth as humanly possible because I know for me, I'll get more fatigued in that sprint rest scenario than like trying to stay consistent throughout. But there's movements like see how fast she's friggin' cycling these hang cleans? I mean, Alex is reverse curling it, but
His knees are not bending at all.
no, at all. And I think I don't know if Alex is gonna watch.
He's just getting a
this.
pump.
I know. I don't know if Alex is gonna watch this, but he's still looking for his first rep on those.
Oh my gosh.
But there are definitely some movements like that where it's like it doesn't pay. Like it's worst. Like wall walks is definitely one for me where it's like I try to go as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah.
What about you, Day?
Yeah, I think for me, like I try to keep it, like you said, steady. Like if I were to do this work, I'd probably be more on Alex's pacing scheme.
Not using your legs.
I would totally reverse curl it as well. But yeah, that's one thing. Another thing too I'd consider is like where like do I have good muscular endurance, upper body movement? Then I could probably speed it up a little bit and take less breaks. Where personally for me, like lower body endurance usually gets me. So if it's like a lower body dominant, pairing, then that's where I would kind of like take a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, I guess it also kind of depends what kind of workout scenario you're in. Because if you're in like a super long grinder where it's, 20 rounds and it's like these short little breaks, it's like 2, 4, 6 of like 20 rounds of something stupid. You're like, well, okay, this isn't going to be muscular. Yeah, something stupid like 2 wall walks, 4 snatches at a lightweight, 8 something else stupid, 8 calorie row. It's like you're just going to be breathing hard the whole time. So it's like almost just like try to be smooth.
Yeah, it's like
because like the muscular component isn't going to play into it really. Whereas like a workout like this, like a couplet or a triplet, you're more likely to see something like that where it's like it's not just going to be like straight engine. Like you're going to have some muscular limitations. So it's like you're better off kind of pacing it a little bit based on like trying to limit your fatigue in your arms or whatever.
Like I can't remember what open workout it was, but it was like the 20-minute AMRAP of it was like dumbbell thrusters, toes to bar, double unders, and
20.2.
Thank you. And like the reps, I remember looking at that workout and vividly remember seeing the workout come out and think like, oh crap. Like this is like, because it's like there's nothing really that should, like if depending on where you are as an athlete, right? The rep scheme was such that it's like there's nothing that should slow me down other than like my level of conditioning and will to continue to go.
Yes.
And that's scary.
Yeah, I think that's a great example of a triplet where there was like for high level athletes there was no bottleneck. Like they could just go. Yeah.
And you're literally selecting. Here we go, Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
So if you're an athlete who's doing this, make sure you get your elbows through. Like Courtney's doing a great job. Alex though.
Oh man.
I don't know whose butt just walked through, but that was something. I swear that was padded.
I'm gonna mute myself because I was wondering like what are they thinking? Like what is Chris in bed thinking right now? Because yeah.
Kim Kardashian just walked by.
She definitely got a BBL.
Oh gosh.
Last round.
Are there lines on the floor?
Are there lines?
Yeah.
Like
She's
like
like, yeah, that looks like 25 feet.
No, I don't think there's any lines on the floor anymore. But we have the ability to measure, and we have cones.
I'm sure you do have the ability to measure.
Close enough.
That felt like it was the distance. Oh gosh. Yeah, Courtney's handstand walks look good. I mean, they're not breaking down. It's just a matter of like she's resting more, which I think is probably just like general fatigue plus tricep.
Yeah, probably. And we're in a good spot with her gymnastics. She's progressed a lot, and she's been someone who's I would say pretty gymnastically inclined anyways with the higher skill movements. And we made some good progress there. Like she looks really smooth at the end of this workout. She looks really smooth right there.
I'm curious, from talking with her, if you did about this workout, did she have any feedback? Like, was there anything that was like super challenging, super easy, or in general?
Yeah, I talked to her briefly. She didn't give any like feedback like that. What this is stupid, but like the main feedback was like, "Oh, that was really fun." Like that was, which to me, I mean,
says something.
To me, we've all done a workout where you're like tired, but it's high enough skill. It's not total red line that you come out. You're like, "Oh, that was actually a fun workout," you know.
Yeah.
And so that was what it was for her, where it was like she was moving pretty well. There was no bottleneck in the sense of like you're staring at the wall forever and can't move. But again, you're not moving, the handstand walk, the wall walk, like the cycle speed is not so fast that your heart rate goes through the roof either.
Yeah.
And so I think for her, it's just for her to continue to move faster in this workout, I think would be to continue to build muscular endurance in her shoulders and triceps, because I know, especially if you were to combine double unders with like a handstand walk, she's complained about her shoulders blowing up before. And then I would say overall, just like, it sounds ridiculous, but just being fitter, like building just overall fitness to recover on those movements, stay breathing heavy and move smoothly throughout. I think those would be the two things that as we improve on those metrics, you would see her score in this workout improve.
Yeah. It's not a very scientific answer, but sometimes that's the truthful one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like sometimes like I think people analyze like what's going on so much that it's like paralysis by analysis, where they think they have to like, get a perfect bullseye on like the thing they're dealing with, and it's like sometimes you just gotta do what you're doing and do it better.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, nicely done, Courtney. That was good.
Good job, Court.
Thanks for watching today. Be sure to share this workout and take it on with some friends. If you want to learn more about how to optimize your performance for the sport of CrossFit, or if you're interested in hiring one of our coaches, head over to zorfitness.com. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. Best of luck on the workout, and as always, stay the course.